Hi, good morning. My name is Sefakor Afi Mensa Date. Most people call me Afi. Um, I'm an EA by profession, executive assistant. The truth was that I was looking at an online fitness family to join during COVID times because during that time pretty much everything was closed. The gyms, it wasn't closed, but it was sort of movement was restricted, and there was all these restrictions and all of that, and the fear of catching COVID, getting COVID, and all of that. So it was during that time that I started looking online to actually see if there existed any such thing in Ghana and the possibility of joining. So I started looking around April 2020. Um, and then I came across TNU, and then I didn't know it was called TNU. I actually had it saved as, I think it was peer group, lose weight peer group, or something of that sort. So then I was dilly dallying around the idea of joining, and then finally I wrote to Senna in sometime during that year, after April 2020. During that year, I wrote to her to inquire about the program and what it entailed. And then when I got a response, and when I was finally ready to join, after dilly dallying and then procrastinating again for I think about a month or two, I told her I was ready to join, and I didn't. And then a month later, when I was finally ready to join, because I was a bit hesitant, because I was a bit I wasn't an optimist per se when it came to that, because I had never heard of such thing happening in Ghana, and I was wondering how that could possibly work. But then I decided, hey, listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to the gym because I do like working out. I'm not a fitness, what is it called, fanatic or anything of that sort. But I enjoy it because I like the way it makes me feel. I like everything about working out. So anyway, I was finally ready to join. I wrote to her, and when I was about to make the payment, I realized I was expected. So I was like, so that put a whole, it basically threw a spanner in the whole works and everything. So I was like, nah, I had to wait. Wrote back to her to find out if she had any program for sort of expecting mothers and all that. But unfortunately, then she didn't. So I had to wait. Finally put to bed the following year, mid-year, and then I was like, that's it. I had to join because I was like, nah, because of the whole COVID thing and then the non-movement. So my fitness journey sort of slumped. And with the pregnancy and all of that, so it slumped. I was like, no. After I put to bed, I was like, no, there is no way I'm going to be walking around like looking like this. And I hated what I saw in the mirror. And then my eating habit is what pregnancy does to you. So anyway, I finished that, and then I finally joined the following year. I think it was the latter part of the year. uh, I joined, and I was happy to join. I joined the is it Moms on Fire? There was a group called Moms on Fire. Moms who had just put to birth, or moms who had babies or toddlers or something of that sort. It was fun. There were a lot of the women on that page. I really enjoyed it. I was pretty good when it came to exercising. I enjoyed it because I'm the kind who thinks that whatever goes in, meaning the food that I eat, I have to sort of expend it in one way or the other. Yeah, I had to give out that energy because I can't just keep taking, and then that's it. I didn't like that dormant kind of lifestyle. Plus, my childhood and everything, I grew up from a very active family. And so, yeah, but when it came to food, I pretty much ate everything, whatever time, at any time. Yeah, it was crazy. And then there was it was crazy. My food, my, what is it, my relationship with food. It wasn't emotional, but we had a good thing going on. So far, I'm enjoying the program. I sort of had to take a break per se because right after I joined, I was going so well steady and everything, and then I found out I was expecting again the miracle of TNU. I found out I was expecting again, so I sort of had to put a pause on that. I sort of had to put a pause on it, but not necessarily completely pausing on it. I was still part of the TNU family, but yeah, I sort of had to put a pause on it. And so after the second baby, that was it. I'm full on board. Yeah, basically, I'm on board fully. My weight before I joined, because I was, what was my weight? I was in the 70s, early 70s when I joined. And then when I put to bed and everything, and then the first baby, I went into it full on. I came down to about 67 thereabouts, yes. And then I found out I was pregnant again. So I put on again. But currently, to be frank with you, I'm not a big fan of weight. But the last time I checked, I was about 69. But then you also have to consider the fact that I have sort of put to bed twice in the last 2 or so years. So yeah, but I feel good. My relationship with food has changed. That is what has helped me a lot because I am more conscious of what I put into my body now. It's not that I'm restrictive, but I am conscious of it, and I have a better understanding of balancing. So the balancing, the food groups and all that. So I have a better understanding of balancing. TNU has a lot of programs aside the weight loss and everything. It has a lot of programs, and the other thing I like about TNU is the sisterhood. So you're in a particular family, and you have some sort of, it's more than business as usual. There is always that lighter side of it. There is always that fun side of it. There is that supported side of it as well that you get from other women, like-minded women who are on the same journey as you, or who have the same beliefs when it comes to fitness, food, and TNU also has this whole thing of, it's not only impacting on your life to sort of like to see a change physically in your life, but they have that other aspect where they delve down into sort of your being, sort of like your inner person. So they have programs and talk shows that I call it talk shows, but they are, yeah, talk shows. They invite all these resource persons to come and talk to you on different issues. So you've got different. When I say different issues, I mean different issues from marriage to the to your spiritual life, to the law and the law and women, and how it affects you positively, negatively, what you're supposed to know. So it's like they've got a variety of dishes that they serve to us at TNU. So that is what I like about it as well. Aside the whole serious, okay, you have to exercise, you have to be accountable, you have to all of that. There is the other aspect as well, which I really do enjoy. Okay, so basically, for anybody out there who has been thinking about it, I know it's kind of weird because everything is virtual. When you think about it, you won't do it. So just take the plunge, just do it, just join. Even if it's just for 1 month, 3 weeks, they have all these programs, tailor-made programs as well. You don't have to necessarily join for 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. You can join for 3 weeks, 1 month, and then see how it goes. And trust me, everybody that I know that has joined TNU so far, they have come back. They start joining 1 month, 3 weeks, and then they come back. And like I said, it's not so much, it's in addition to the fact that we get all these great advices from well versed women and sometimes men who are brought on board. um yeah, it impacts your life positively. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to Senna and her team. And if you're thinking about joining, please do join. Stop wasting time. Stop procrastinating. Like she always says, you are not a tree. So move your body.